My number one is also a music-based game. It's Sound Shapes on the Vita. Have you heard of Sound Shapes?
But it's on the Vita.
Yeah, it's on the Vita. I think it was on PS3 as well. But yeah, it's designed for the Vita, clearly. Do you remember Everyday Shooter?
I never played it, but yes.
Yeah, it's by the same person that made that, and you can kind of tell it's right. I'm going to try my best to describe it as succinctly as possible, which is going to be difficult because I couldn't even say that. You're a ball. You're in 2D platform land. You can stick to light surfaces. You can't stick to dark surfaces. Red things in this world will kill you. When you're killed, you just get pop back to the latest checkpoint. There's normally about one checkpoint in every screen, and as you're rolling through the levels, it moves from screen to screen. How it works is you collect coins on these screens, and every time you collect a coin, it adds a new instrument or sound into the loop. The music is constantly looping, so you might pick up a snare or like a pew or something like that, and it starts to build songs as you play, and it kind of there's a synthesis between you're moving through the level and the song building. And at first, in the first few levels, it's fucking fantastic. It's like there's nothing, you've never really played anything like it, even though it is a platformer. The way it's building music is, it really, really appeals to me, so I love stuff like that anyway. But you can also kind of see through it and just see how it's building. Really, really clever. Unfortunately, it starts to let itself down after that in the campaign mode because it starts to get really, really fiddly, and the platforming just isn't quite up to what it's wanting you to do. And even though when you die, you don't go back far at all, what it does do is every time you die, it will reset all the coins. So you've built up this nice track, and it's starting to crescendo, and then you die, and it will rewind you a little bit, and you've lost those layers in the track, if that makes any sense. So you can end up, it actually sort of creates a kind of cacophony as you're playing it. This sound it's actually really quite an unpleasant sound when you keep dying, which is a shame because it's such a clever idea, and it's so genuinely well executed. It's got music by some of the music's done by them, and it's got music by Beck in it, and Deadmau5 or Deadmau5, whatever, and someone else as well, and some of the visuals. One of them, that Super Brothers game that people bang on about on the iPad. It's like a really stylish 2D sort of pixel art game. One of the levels is done by them graphically, and on top of all of that, it has a full and complete level editor that is really, really easy to use. You use both touch screens, moving around with the front touchscreen, like pinching and pulling to decrease and increase the size of objects with the back one, and then you can make your own levels and upload them Little Big Planet style and download other people's instantly, and all that stuff's amazing. And obviously you're not just making levels, you're kind of writing music as well. So it's one of those games that you just want to love, but the execution's just a little bit off, and it really reminded me of Little Big Planet in that way, because Little Big Planet's such an amazing achievement, but ultimately it isn't actually that fun to play. And the most fun I had with it was when we played Our Good Buddies levels, who was an amazing level maker, because they were based on stuff like Aliens, and they were full of gags, but the platforming sections aren't fun in that game, and much like that, the platforming isn't fun, and it ends up detracting from the overall experience quite a lot. But so having said all that, if you've got a Vita and it's sitting there in the drawer like mine was, you probably want to go and invest in it when it comes out.
Is it a full price box game?
No. It's a downloady job. I don't know how much it costs because, as always, we're bringing the knowledge. But yeah, it's not full price. Some people have gone. I gave it a 7 in my review on Video Gamer. I know The Verge have given it a 9. I could see how people would go more nuts for it than I have. But I like to temper my initial opinions when I see something this cool and start to actually break it down a little bit more and go, well, actually, there are sort of mechanical problems here which are hurting all the innovation and ambition. But I still dropped a 7 bomb on it.
It sounds good, but yeah, if I had a Vita and I was desperate to play it, you'd have to. It'd be a must-buy.
Pretty much is, because just to fucking justify the expense that you've laid out for that very sexy machine that has no games.